Dr. Cross talked to me briefly, and I think he also talked to Pat James. Gomer Jones was our athletic director at that time. He told me when we got on the plane that Dr. Cross was going to name me as the new head coach at OU.
It was tough, I know that, but it's just that something that it happened, and you just keep moving on, you know.
Chuck inherited Jim's staff, great staff. Didn't change the offense, didn't change the defense. Pretty much everything stayed the same, so the continuity was there. But Chuck was a tough hombre. He had that old squint eye, and he wouldn't say very much. You know, there was a lot of intimidation there, coaching by intimidation. And if you wanted to play, you really had to step up and do what you were told to do. And Jim McKenzie's staff and Chuck Fairbanks' staff were tough.
An inspired Oklahoma team came out of the tunnel in the first 2 games of the season, rolling over Washington State and Maryland by a combined score of 56-0. 2 weeks separated the Sooners from their next game in the Cotton Bowl with a frustrated Texas team that had already lost its first 2 games of 1967. The game was a Cotton Bowl classic as the hearts of Oklahoma fans again rested on the foot of kicker Mike Vachon.
The year before, we had a kicker, Mike Vachon, who kicked 4 field goals to beat Texas, 67, and we ran up and down the field on Texas. We were by far the best team. But we had the same kicker, Mike Vachon, and he missed 4 field goals, the last from about the 26-yard line. So we should have beat Texas that year, but it was ironic that Mike Vachon kicks 4 in 66 and he misses 4 in 67.
Kansas game my sophomore season was the surprise season.
We were picked 4th in our conference preseason.
We go from 6-4 and we're leading the Big 8 conference.
In the days leading up to the Kansas game, the representatives, they were coming around, you know, and Dr. Cross would come over after practice like he did every day or during practice, and he'd say, well, Coach, the Sugar Bowl people came by today. And I said, no, sir, Dr. Cross. I said, our guys want to play. We want to go to the Orange Bowl.
It was the game where they bought all the oranges, because if we won the game, we would go to the Orange Bowl.
Our guys want to play Tennessee and the Orange Bowl. We need to stay home if we don't beat Kansas. Oh, no, he said that just down the road we can go down to Dallas.
You know, I remember getting in the huddle and Warmack saying something about, you know, him going deep. This is it. And because we were running out of time, and they let Steve get behind him.
Back to pass, throws deep for Zabel in the end zone. Touchdown!
And of course he made a perfect throw, beautiful catch, and then the whole stadium erupted.
The fans rained oranges on the field and got us a unsportsmanlike penalty for having they had to clear all the oranges off the field. There was one person on the bench, and it was Dr. Cross. We had that pipe in his mouth, and he was giving us a cheer like that. It's a great picture of an exciting moment.
So we came from behind. It was hard fought. We were lucky to have won. I mean, it could have gone either way, but Kansas had the lead the entire game.
The Big 8 title was to carry the Sooners to Miami, Florida, the Orange Bowl, and Tennessee.
We were having trouble stopping Tennessee.
Pitches back to Charlie Fulton. He got some good blocks at the line of scrimmage, but goes forward, picks up 11 yards. But look back upfield, it's Granville Liggins down.
And Steve Barrett was our safety, and Steve had gotten hurt. So the 2 best defensive players were out of the game. Owens had never had a losing down in his career. So we gave it to Steve Owens, and we didn't make it.
And he does not make it. Tennessee takes over at the Oklahoma 43-yard line.
So then they had a short distance to go to get in position to make a field goal. But in Liggins' absence, Larry Crutchmer, who was a substitute for Liggins, hadn't played hardly at all year long, made 2 or 3 great plays to stop Tennessee and to force the kick.
The ball is down. The kick is in the air. It's no good, and Oklahoma wins 26-24. The bench is called the Orange Bowl Victory Stone.
That year, the national champion was voted on before the bowl games were played. And Tennessee was named before we played them, and then we won the game.
University of Oklahoma quarterback Bob Womack from Ada, Oklahoma, being presented with the trophy as the most outstanding player in this 34th annual Orange Bowl Classic.
That's the last year that happened.